chair of the House Financial Services Committee. And Congresswoman, it's always great to talk with you, but I specifically want to talk to you today because you have been where AOC is. As somebody who's been obsessively attacked by the right, vilified, treated to sexism and racism, because you've been an activist member of Congress since you've been there. We're watching you now back in the 1990s, after the insurrections in Los Angeles. Can you just tell us how you feel hearing somebody like Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez tell that harrowing story, and also your own experience having to be in that Capitol on 1/6?
Thank you so much, Joy. As I listened to AOC, my heart went out to her because I know what she was experiencing, and particularly when she connected with the trauma that she had experienced when she was sexually abused. And so she described in a very vivid way what was happening with her when she heard them calling out, "Where is she? Where is she?" while she was hiding. And as she said, she thought that this was the end for her, that she could be killed. I know how she felt because I have been threatened also so many times, and you're absolutely correct. Because I took on this president early, I called for his impeachment early, I have been threatened time and time again. The Oath Keepers, who were part of the domestic terrorists who came to the Capitol and invaded our Capitol, attempted to come to my office in Los Angeles. They tried to organize other domestic terrorists to join them. My community discovered what was going on, and they turned up in big numbers. And of course, the Oath Keepers had a change of mind when they saw that the community was not going to stand for it. I had to put out a notice to all of my community to say, please don't come. Don't engage with the Oath Keepers. Don't allow them to get you involved in a confrontation, because I was trying to keep the peace, because I know that if they actually showed up and there was a confrontation, it would be bloody. And so it was not only been the Oath Keepers. As we went back and took a look at how many times I've been threatened and what has happened to some of these people. In April 2018, a man named Anthony Lloyd Scott got 3 years probation and 100 hours of community service for threatening to kill me. Of course, the Oath Keepers, as I mentioned, who tried to come to my office but was turned back, and they're very bloody, and they are white right-wing supremacists. Also, there was a Richard Mel Phillips in Florida who pleaded guilty to leaving a threatening voicemail message with my office. And so I discovered that he was also sentenced along with several others. This Anthony Lloyd Scott, who is a Trump supporter in California, pleaded guilty to threatening me in a voicemail. And so he also was sentenced. And so it goes on and on and on. I am, of course, accustomed to being threatened, but I have to be concerned about security, and I have to watch my back, and I have to make sure that I'm not putting myself in a position where I can be harmed. I have to know, where I'm going, when I'm going. I oftentimes have security, had it all during my campaign, have to make sure that I'm not allowing people to walk behind me. I have to look out before I step out to see if there are any, strange looking people loitering around, on and on and on. But I and other women, minority women in Congress, are often threatened, and we're at risk. And just as AOC was threatened that day, I was lucky. I was locked in my office. I would not leave it, even when they tried to get me to go to where they were gathering all of the members in one room. I'm glad I didn't because of the contagion that took place there and the members who ended up with, the COVID-19. But yeah, I recognized what she was saying and how she felt. And I know how I have to live my life. But what's so interesting about all of this is they try to make themselves the victim. When indeed they are following the president of the United States of America, who had advanced planning about the invasion that took place in our capital. And even there's information that some of the planning came out of individuals working in his campaign. As a matter of fact, he absolutely should be charged with premeditated murder because of the lives that were lost with this invasion, with this insurrection. And so, yes, we are threatened, but we can't back up. We've got to fight as hard as we can to see to it that there's some justice for the President of the United States to sit and watch the invasion and the insurrection and not say a word because he knew that he had absolutely initiated it. And as some of them said, he invited us to come. We're here at the invitation of the President of the United States.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.